Hi everyone, Sikaal and Opheana here with session 9 today in the Ascension Tools series. It's all about origins and connections. So you guys tuning in would know and have heard about the idea that you're multidimensional. You're a soul here in an earthly incarnation, you're part of your spirit. And many other parts of your spirit are all over the place, all over the galaxy, all over the universe, all over the solar system as well. And so the origins and connections that we talk about are really the ones that you're also connected with through your spirit. The ones that hold initiations for you, but also where you have gifts that you can anchor here on earth. So as you raise in frequency and consciousness, you have more access to your gifts. Sometimes you need to do a little bit of healing around that, but then that opens up. And these type of connections can be like Arcturus or Andromeda or Sirius, the Pleiades, Mercury, Pluto, Chiron. I mean, there's so many of them. Orion, you could be from many, many different places. And so knowing where parts of you are from, even though with the understanding that you're from all over the place, but you have predominant areas perhaps that you simply have had more experience with, have had more lives with, or more of your soul extensions are active. Knowing that information can really increase your ascension consciousness and allow you access to information technology that you didn't have access to before, simply because you didn't know that. It's like you found out you love a specific type of food, but you simply didn't know because you'd never had it before. And that's what that's all about, understanding more about your origins and connections. Then they connect more strongly with you as well, because you have free will. You can ask for these connections to strengthen and for more information to flow through.
And I just want to add, as Sakal said, we're from everywhere. We all have originated from source, and I like to see it as a bit of a tree. Your presence is the trunk growing from source, and that you have branches out, your soul extensions, and then souls are the leaves. There's so much to us, and we've branched out all over the universe. Some of us, and some are sort of more bunched into certain galaxies. Um, to really get the most out of this, we do the readings, and we give specifically 3 that you're deeply connected to on your path at this time, and that can relate to your ascension process and your initiations that you're going through right now. But it can be also a stream right through your life where these are your key realms, key planets that you are being downloaded from, transmissions, etc. So really, by finding out and by feeling into what your key origins are, can assist in clarity, can assist in your mastery coming through from those realms, can assist in gifts coming through, that you sort of have this little feel that are there, or it can just all of a sudden open up, because just knowing and remembering part of yourself can activate that part in you, and then the downloads come in. So when you get your reading, it's not just a piece of paper with some information on it. You can just open up doors. They're literally keys to other parts of you. So really embracing that, using your meditation time, your sacred space time to connect in. You can do some writing, ask the beings, your brothers and sisters from that realm, or even your soul extension, to merge with you and to do some writing. Allow them to speak through you. Whatever it is, whatever ways that you like to receive, just getting symbols, just asking for a steady stream of information to come through. It can come through via thoughts, through dream state, etc.
So if you want to get an idea of the different flavors, what you can do in meditation is ask for instance, the Syrian emissaries to connect with you. See how that feels. Is it comfortable? Does it feel familiar? Does it feel like home? Does it feel like you've had a lot of connection there, but there's some wounding? You can do the same with the Pleiadians or the Venusians or the Mars emissaries or the Pluto emissaries, the Mercury emissaries, the Chiron emissaries, the Sirius emissaries. You get where we're coming from. Try it, and you might find, oh wow, when I connect to the Andromedans, it feels like home. Even though the Andromedans are in a different galaxy than, for instance, the Milky Way galaxy, these inner world connections, they traverse all across galaxies, and whether you believe there's one universe or even a multiverse, it doesn't really matter. And maybe none of us really know within this earthly form what the full truth there is. It doesn't matter. We know one thing: we're multidimensional. We are spirits. Parts of our spirits exist in different realms. If you keep it that simple, then you don't need to worry about all the details, but you can understand that yes, we are in this particular galaxy, in this particular solar system, and the ascension process is connected to our solar system and our galaxy moving into a more high frequency part of the universe, solar system in the galaxy as well, which means that's why Gaia is ascending, and that's why humanity is moving to higher densities. So it's all connected, and so go as deeply down into that information as you want. But if you find parts of you in different realms, soul extensions we like to call them, then you might resonate really deeply with those emissaries. And the soul extension anchored, for instance, on Arcturus can be like a channel into your field. So your soul has access to all of the information from your spirit, but only as your ascension consciousness raises. Because imagine if you had all of that information, all that energy all at once, it would be too much for your system, because you didn't even know you had chakras, or you didn't even know you had a spirit, or you didn't even know you had a soul. You just thought you were this body here on earth, and that what you see in what you can touch, that's all that's real. And so as you expand and expand and expand and your heart energy grows, you can anchor more of you here. And that includes more soul extensions. You know, sometimes people have, or often actually starseeds have walk-ins from soul extensions, which means it's kind of like they join your energy here on earth. So the idea is more and more of your presence, more and more of your spirit in this vessel will allow you to have access to more and more of your clair senses, more and more of your gifts, more puzzle pieces of your mission, and you'll learn to understand more in the now what timelines are doing, etc.
I just want to add with the walk-in, because there can be controversy with walk-ins. There are many versions, you know, there's crawl-ins, there's the full walk-in where a death process happens,
like an
a near death, and there's
exchange.
a full soul exchange. You can have, as Sikaal said, add-ons, literally like you've got this software and a whole another upgrade of the software has added into it. So, you know, there's many versions of it. And, you know, Sikaal and I, we love all this stuff. Just so, you know, we watch sci-fi and it really feeds that part in us, because we're so multidimensional. We love all the galactic connections and everything. It's always very important to not have attachment to all of this at the same time. It's quite funny. We're like, you know, get into this. But always let go again. Always don't, you know, there's a thing called mysticism. Don't rely on it. You know, just you and your spirit and connection to earth. That's the key.
Yeah.
Your pillar, your energetic signature is everything. You know, look into these things to assist you, to help you, but don't make it about it. It's not everything. It's not about making it so important that that's the only thing to focus on. And that goes for everything in life, you know, to love something, to not have attachment to it, because you strangulate it, you know.
It's okay to be obsessed for a little while and then soak it all in. Be obsessed, even if it's for years. But I mean,
be obsessed, but not attached.
You know, you're here. Yeah. Your soul on earth. That's what matters. But you have more and more access to soul extension gifts, to spirit gifts, to multidimensional connections, to, you know, other beings here on earth, the elementals and everything, you know, inner earth connections. But like Opheana was saying, we're all from source, and we're all from all over the place. So, you know, one of the main questions that you often see in the spiritual community is, well, where am I from? I'm from the Pleiades. I'm from Sirius. I'm from Arcturus. Well, yeah, parts of you are, and you may have, your signature may lean towards that, and that's beautiful to know. But understand that you have most likely visited and are connected to most realms, but some are just more your flavor. You know, if you heavily lean towards a technological type feel and you love wisdom, then, you know, you might have more of a connection to, for instance, Arcturus or Sirius or Mars. Whereas if you just love and flowing and you're very creative and all that stuff, then maybe you'll have more leaning towards Andromeda and Venus and Antares and all that type of stuff. So you're all of it. You're all of it, but we all have a unique flavor, a unique energetic signature as well that has been formed. So allow yourself to explore your flavor, But remember, this can change over time as well. If you're not ready for your Arcturian download yet, you won't feel much energy there until you are, and then all of a sudden that can open up, and it might bring with it, your inner sight or your seership, or your connection to Sirius may open up a whole chunk of wisdom that you didn't know about, and all of a sudden a new part of your mission activates. So be open to all of that, and it's nice to ask for the connections when you're ready for it, because your free will guides there. So you can't be connected to unless you activate that with your free will. It's the same as with the angels and the ascended masters. You've got to ask for those connections. They're always ready to support you, but you're the one that's creating, you're the one that offers your free will up, in the sense of, I now would like these connections. So you ask, you intend, and then the connections can happen.
And for those of you, there's two things I want to go through that aren't feeling connected enough, or can't reach it, or you're getting frustrated, that type of thing. There's probably some layers you still need to shift through. There's more to let go of. We go on and on and on about letting go. Just check your field, check your field for emotional memories. Baggage basically takes up space. Therefore, you can't bring in that new information. So if there's a lot of frustration with information coming through, deal with the emotions, deal with self-esteem stuff, deal with dogma that you have in your field, paradigms of how you see the world. All of that can be blocking you from moving forward, where you think you're ready for it and you're like, come on guys, talk to me. It's like, well, they can't. There's too much denseness in the energy bodies, and so they need for you to do a little bit more letting go of the dense energies, and these can just be some choices, some decisions, some tapping to clean out the field, and then there's space for them to come in and to talk with you and to transmit through you. The other thing I wanted to share was, the different elements that Sikaal was talking about, the energies that can come through people. Some people, one of the origins that come through with the readings is literally Earth, Mother Gaia herself, and we find these ones have a slightly higher divine inner child, and they're quite elemental, and there's a real connection with nature. And there's other ones that are sort of more fairy-like, and they can be very distant galaxies. There's really such a range, and it's very interesting to find out, because that so matches how I feel. That's why I'm like that. That's why I'm a bit airy-fairy when I do that. That's why I'm so serious when I do, it can really assist you to confirm and to relax. Okay, so this is seen as a weakness maybe in the past, but it can be seen as a strength. Grounding those energies can really strengthen any areas where you felt shaky, or you felt a bit strange, a bit unique, etc. Because you're unique. We're strange to this realm, because the hologram that is here is like, be like everyone else, be normal. No, it's time to bring through you're not normal, because that's what we need here. Yeah,
and also remembering that your spirit is going to guide you in your connections. I mean, some people literally see an Arcturian right in front of them, like they can almost touch them. But other people just get connections through their dreams or through their meditations, and your spirit will guide you. So if you have fears about all of that, just start letting them go, because a lot of people see and are connected on the inner, but maybe not on the outer. Some people see, when they have their eyes open, they see energies. Other people just see it on the inner. For instance, myself and Opheana, we don't see the energies on the outer, but when we go within, we can see all the energies. And so everybody's very unique and different. And so trust that your spirit is guiding you on that journey. If you have resistance towards more multidimensional connections, look at it, tap on it, let it go in meditations, and then trust that your spirit is not going to bring experiences to you that do not serve you, or that will make you afraid, because you are a multidimensional being. You are a spirit, and part of you is here, and you're bringing more and more of you here, which means you can become more of who you are here.
Yeah, another realm I just wanted to mention is, the Orion energies. That there's a real battling, fighting, warrior energy, and if you see yourself as a bit of a spiritual warrior, and you saw yourself as a kid, like really getting into that, fighty kind of war energy, that type of stuff, but you've expanded and you've grown and you've really balanced that energy out. You can really sort of see that you're assisting in karmically releasing as well from those realms. So that can be part of your role as well. Part of your mission is to balance these energies out from these realms.
And to know that every realm, I mean, if you were to live elsewhere and you were to talk about Earth, it'd be like, that's scary. There's really bad things there. Yeah. And then there's really good things on Earth. Remember that every realm has that. Venus has goods and bads. Yes. Mars has goods and bads. Arcturus, Orion, they all have goods and bads. They've got different goods and bad elements there. And so understand that if you're from a realm that comes from a lot of warring, it's because all of us have had to go through that to learn from it and to empower ourselves through it. So trust that where your connections are from, there's good and there's bad.
Abandonment is another one too, being abandoned, feeling abandoned, left alone here on Earth, even though you chose to come here as a star. It can feel like your soul brothers and sisters have abandoned you and just left you here. You're like, come and get me. But it's like you chose this reality at this time so you could assist in a massive way. So it's just about remembering that and finding all of the strengths within it and balancing it out so that you can do what you need to do. Be who you need to be.
Be who you need to be.
Be the puzzle piece.
All right, that feels pretty complete to me.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, guys. That was session 9. We look forward to seeing you in the next session. Many blessings.
Lots of love.
Lots of love.
Soul.